call the WYMT News Tip line.
Coming up on Mountain News at 6, we head to Harlan County for the 68th Polk Salad Festival. And one of the largest solar energy projects in the state strikes a deal with Toyota to sell some of the energy it produces.
And I don't know which one's been hotter today, the weather or the festival here in Harlan. I'll have the full weekend forecast coming up. Mountain News at 6 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
And we're going to begin this half hour with an update on breaking news out of one of our bordering counties in West Virginia. 2 people have been shot, including a West Virginia State Police trooper, in what appears to have been an ambush type situation. We are hearing that officials are trying to land a helicopter to fly the trooper out. That was as of probably about 30 minutes to an hour ago. We don't have an update on that. And we also do not know either person's condition at the moment. Again, 2 people we understand have been shot, including a West Virginia State Police trooper. Troopers are handling this investigation, and Mingo County Emergency Management have put out a shelter-in-place notice for the safety of the public. This is in the Beech Creek area. We also understand Mingo County schools were put on lockdown, and the graduation ceremony, which was apparently tonight at Mingo Central High School, has been postponed until further notice. We do have a reporter heading to the scene, and we hope to have much more on this shooting involving a West Virginia state trooper in Mingo County, which of course borders Kentucky, tonight at 11. On a much lighter note, obviously it's a Friday night and a lot of events going on across Eastern Kentucky and really across the state, a big weekend. The 68th Polk Salad Festival is among those events happening. It's in full swing down in Harlan. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox is going to tell us now the best ways to make poke. He's live with that. Chandler?
Thank you, Steve. You know, we know now that poke has to be boiled to keep it from getting us sick, but what are the best foods to mix it with? Is it best for breakfast or dinner? I talked to some restaurant managers about their favorite ways to serve it. Cooking poke can be a long process.
After we get the poke in here, and we cook it in like vinegar water, and that's supposed to take the bite out of it, so to speak.
The Sports Cafe has won multiple ribbons for their poke, which is often mixed with breakfast favorites.
And we fry bacon, keep the bacon grease on hand, and we fry the poke in the bacon grease. And after we get it fried really good, we start adding eggs to it.
The Harlan County Beer Company went a different route, adding poke to a burger.
So burgers are kind of our thing. We do a burger of the month every month, and instead of starting June with our burger of the month, we've chosen to take the first 4 days of the month and do a poke salad burger.
Poke is combined with beef and other Appalachian staples.
What we did, it's our brioche bun, lettuce, tomato, our Angus beef patty, and then we take our house pimento cheese and we melt that, which of course is a huge southern Appalachian food in and of itself. We cook the poke with bacon and wilt it and then cook it.
Now, I did get to try the poke burger, and it was very good. It was my first time ever trying poke, and the beer company will actually be serving a poke Benny on Sunday for brunch. Now, I'm going to toss it back to you, Steve, and I'm wondering, how have I tried poke before you?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been to the Polk Salad Festival, and honestly, I've heard it's like spinach, and I just probably wouldn't like it, but I do need to try it. I will eventually. Chandler, thank you very much. The Polk Salad Festival will continue through tomorrow. Noah Thompson in concert tomorrow night, among other musical acts.
Well, the folks at the Polk Salad Festival here in Harlan are starting to pile in again. A lot of folks getting off work. There's lots of great music if you still want to come on down here. But let's talk about what kind of weather you're going to be dealing with when you get here. Let's go to Buffalo Mountain, and you see there in Perry County, it is not too bad at this hour. But again, a little warm out there, 82 for a temperature right now. Pikeville Medical Center camera overlooking beautiful downtown Pikeville. You can see 82 over there as well. So temperatures slowly trying to drop. We are down to 86 here in Harlan right now. Still 88 in Middlesboro. well. Manchester, Somerset, 87 in Irvine, 84 over toward Grundy and Logan, and it is 85 right now in Prestonsburg. So temperatures slowly start to go down, but we in Harlan are still 10 degrees difference from normal here in the mountains right now. Several spots, several degrees warmer than it has been from normal, departure from normal basically, except for Wise, exactly where they should be this time of the year. Live pinpoint Doppler radar, fairly quiet at this hour, no major issues to report, and we're probably not going to see too much as we head deeper into the forecast. So your forecast first for the next 12 hours, we're going to see clearing skies as we head into the nighttime hours, and those temperatures are going to continue to drop, and we'll see those get into the 60s by tomorrow morning. Coming up, Steve, we'll have more here live from the Polk Salad Festival, and we'll have the full forecast for the weekend. Steve?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Today, Attorney General and GOP gubernatorial candidate Daniel Cameron made his first visit to Eastern Kentucky since winning the May primary. Cameron held an event at First National Bank in London and discussed with local leaders and community members his plans to defeat current Governor Andy Beshear in the November election. During the event, Cameron spoke about his plans to bring back the values of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, saying, quote, Andy Beshear and his administration are inconsistent with those values.
A governor who sits idly by as the Biden administration calls parents domestic terrorists because they care about the educational opportunities of their kids. Again, that is a governor that is not fit to continue leading Kentucky, and a governor who has allowed violent crime to spike during his tenure is not fit to continue leading Kentucky. And so that'll be a message that we talk about over the course of this campaign, and confident come November, I'll be the next governor of Kentucky.
In the audience during today's event in London were representatives for Congressman Hal Rogers and Senator Mitch McConnell, Somerset Mayor Alan Keck, who was a candidate for the GOP nomination in the May primary. Various other representatives, law enforcement, and community members were also in the audience today. The state attorney general's office will now take over the prosecution of the man charged with Scott County Deputy Caleb Conley's murder, Stephen Shingshan. The move was at the request of Judge Jeremy Maddox, who is the chief circuit judge for the district that includes Scott County. In this particular case, the attorney general's office will take over after the district court proceedings against Shingshan are complete. Normally, prosecutions are handled by Commonwealth's attorneys, but the Attorney General's office has the authority to step in when asked or warranted. Meanwhile, Stephen Shingshan was in a Fayette County courtroom this morning. He answered to charges in Scott County earlier this week. Investigators testified today, and they say after shooting Deputy Conley, Shingshan drove a stolen minivan into Lexington, where he shot and carjacked Dave DiLeonardo. A detective later interviewed DiLeonardo about the encounter, to which he says that Shingshan violently urged him to give up his keys after using explicit language in detailing that he had killed a cop. All of Shingshan's Fayette County charges will go before a grand jury next. That date is not set yet. Police arrested a Magoffin County man after they say they found more than 2 ounces of meth, pills, and money following a traffic stop. Officers with the Prestonsburg Police Department stopped 47-year-old Charles Cantrell of Salyersville on US 114 after getting reports that he was possibly intoxicated. Cantrell was charged with multiple drug trafficking charges. In Bell County, the driver of a car was taken to a hospital after the car hydroplaned. The Bell County Volunteer Fire Department, Bell County Sheriff's Department, and Bell County EMS responded to a single car crash yesterday afternoon on US 119. Officials say the vehicle reportedly hydroplaned off the highway, flipped over, and landed on its side. The driver was taken to the Pineville Community Health Center Emergency Department for treatment. Remote Area Medical is in Perry County this weekend to provide free health care services. Patients will have the choice to receive dental or vision services for free. The clinic is at East Perry Elementary tomorrow and Sunday. Chris Rush with Perry County Schools says the event is open to everyone, not just Perry County residents.
I think several members of our community look forward to RAM and receiving the services that are offered here, and not just in Perry County, but even a broader range of surrounding counties and even states away. People come.
Patients do not have to have insurance or a form of identification to be seen at the RAM clinic. Kentucky ranks last in the nation in renewable energy production, which includes solar power. WYMT's Keaton Hall has more on a Kentucky company that's hoping to change that.
One of the largest solar energy projects in the state, right in the heart of coal country.
The sun shines bright on our old Kentucky home today, and it certainly shines very brightly on reclaimed strip jobs. And that was the idea, I believe, when they first looked at Eastern Kentucky for a solar project.
Eidolon Renewables is bringing a $230 million solar plant to a reclaimed coal mine site in Martin County.
This is about making sure that the very people who powered the industrial development of this country for 100 years have a place in a new, greener economy. This is about bringing a diverse set of economic opportunities to people who are willing to work for it.
The site will bring around 300 construction jobs and 11 permanent jobs.
We were welcomed with open arms by Martin Countyans who want to have these kind of modern new economy economic development benefits, and we're bringing it to them.
Martin County Judge Executive Dr. Lon Lafferty says since coal careers have largely left the county, investment like this is key to the county's future.
We all know that we face the risk of depopulation throughout Eastern Kentucky, and so we have to be creative and innovative to make sure that we're providing the atmosphere for economic development.
The plant is expected to be in operation by next year. In Inez, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Automaker Toyota has already agreed to purchase 100 megawatts of electricity from the 2,500-acre plant. We'll be right back.
WYMT News.